St. Clair is Ronnie to throw first. Game on.
Well, Ronnie is sheened up as the tip of a good pool cue, whilst this lad absolutely drunk in sweat. And what have you come as, love?
That's a guess, that one, Sid. Leopards perhaps, but Smithy now, he's not pressurising Ronnie. Ronnie, every time he gets down to a double, Smithy's always at least 3, 4, 5 darts away. And if you're going to beat players, make them miss the double when they get there. You've got to pressurise them. You've always got to keep on them. And Smithy's just not doing that.
Yeah, Ronnie's maintaining very easily a 94 average. And as I've said several times, as a front runner, he is a non-pariah.
Yeah, you could see it again there, Smithy. 2 darts going in the 5s. That's just down to the sweat. His hands, if they're anything like his face, it must be very hard to hold the dart. Where Ronnie's face has not got that much sweat on it, and probably relates to the same sort of texture on his hands.
Las Vegas weather, Las Vegas shirts, and wearing Blackpool Lanks. Off he goes again. Wow, just look at that. Sweating like a jellyfish in hot custard.
100.
We've had all sorts of suggestions, Rod. We've had armbands. How about a headband?
Well, I'd try anything if I was up there, Sid, if I could. You know, a headband would, if it was just on the forehead, would stop the sweat coming down from the forehead on the eyes. And that's what Dennis has got to do. He's got to stop the sweat coming in his eyes, because the time he's got rid of his second dart, the sweat is running down into his eyes, and there's no way he can stop it, because there's nothing up there for him to stop it with. And you can see it exactly there again. Look.
Echoing your point, it's flooding. It's flooding sideways. The corners of his eyes are reddening up.
60.
I mean, he's going to be char-grilled by the end of the match.
$95. Dennis, you require 161.
Well, an outside chance here for Smithy. If he can set the shot up, try and put a bit of pressure on Baxter's 83, then he may be able to get a leg back.
I'll be surprised if somebody came out with a white hat on and put a dab of butter on his cheek.
$99.
Well, they were frying eggs on the wickets at one of the cricket matches in the week, and I think you could fry one on Dennis's forehead there. Again, Baxter's missed a big number, but Dennis, an outside chance here on 62.
Yeah, Ronnie's throwing the dart so hard he can't get it out.
26, 43, 51, 64.
Well, you've seen something there very unusual. The Conley's made a mistake, and Russ is his 10th year here, and it's probably his first mistake in the 10 years.
Absolutely. Called a 64. Wrongly. Dennis to peg back to 7-3. Now, it was as if this wasn't hard enough. That marker makes it much harder. Too heavy and it bounces the wrong way.
30.
No, and yet the legs it needed.
Ronnie, you require 90.
For 8-2. Would be 2 away from the match. It's a double 8, which he did. So Smithy can swim from the stage without water as Ronnie goes into pole position at 8 chokes to 2. Welcome back, folks, to blistering, I mean blistering Blackpool. Bit of blistering on the stage. Ronnie Baxter is taking Dennis Smith to the cleaners. Ronnie cool as the proverbial cucumber. And here's a measure of the heat on the stage. 94! No wonder Smithy is doing a fair impersonation of those fountains in Rome. By the time he gets to his third dart, the corners of his eyes is stinging with dripping sweat.
Yeah, and what you've got to realise, Sid, it's probably hotter where he actually is standing.
45.
With the lights, you know, angling at the player. So we're probably talking 100 to 105 where Ronnie Baxter is standing now, but it's not affecting him at all. As you can see, with them 3 great darts.
It's the Ronnie style, was by the time this lad gets to trying this third dart, he's looking through a blur.
140.
Can't do much about this. 93 amateur Ronnie. He's never been challenged here. Smithy's had trouble with his shirt, sticking to his arms in the first 3 legs, and sweat coming into his eyes ever since. Only one winner, Rod.
Yeah, certainly there's only one winner from here is Baxter, but another thing with Smithy, as you can see, in between each throw, he keeps blinking his eyes. Now, he doesn't just do that today, he's done it always, and that's probably what's flicking the sweat in his eyes. Where you see all the other players, they will probably not even blink in between the 3 darts.
Nice cover shot by Ronnie. Setting up yet another leg. 74 average to Dennis. Well, when he goes home tonight, Dennis won't need to be housed.
100.
Just though he's had his shower with his darts clothes on.
90.
Ronnie, 2-darter, he had to go to the hill for the match.
82.
Well, Baxter a bit too accurate with his second dart, hitting the bullseye. This is a big task here for Smithy, but that's the first one. Another treble 20 for double 18. A bit unlucky, good thrown dart. The flight just deflected it, but followed it up very well. Baxter now for 9-2.
Double 4 coming in. Double 2 for 1 leg away from the match. Madhouse.
No score. Dennis, you require 16.
Well, Dennis, to get a bit of pride back.
Game
Double 8,
shot
will
in
do.
the 11th leg. Dennis Smith.